Us Australians have now gone from complaining about how hot it is to very quickly complaining about how cold it is. Oh my goodness, it is cold, isn't it? Maybe I need to get a little beanie for you. Maybe I could make him a little beanie that will match his little outfit. What do you think? Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Kayla, aka The Girl Who Knots, and welcome to another vlog. Please excuse the sound of my voice and my sniffling. It is cold and my nose is like just absolutely not having it. But we have a super exciting video today. We are actually going to make the largest custom order that I have literally ever gotten ever. And it is actually for a friend of my mum whose daughter is having a baby, and the daughter loves Winnie the Pooh. So I have been commissioned to make every single Winnie the Pooh, to make every single Winnie the Pooh character, which I grew up, I'm a 90s kid, I grew up with Winnie the Pooh, and if you asked me how many characters there were, I would have said 4, and then I would have remembered the kangaroo, and maybe the little kangaroo. What are their names? Is it just Rue? I think it might just be Rue. But no, I would be wrong because there's actually like 8 characters, not that I knew at all. Actually, now there's a little rabbit, little yellow rabbit coming to mind. Anyway, I don't know, but there are 8, so I've been commissioned to make all 8 of them. Forrest licked my iPad. Foul behavior, child, foul behavior. Where do I find who wrote this? Talented queen or king, where are you? I don't know if I'm like blind or having a moment, but I cannot find the name of this artist that wrote this pattern. It's not on their pattern and it's not in the name, so I will include it. I'm like so scared that it is somewhere, but I can't see it. But it is this Pooh and Friends, reflection, Pooh and Friends pattern that includes all 8 friends. Let's talk names. We have Pooh Bear and his friends. We have Kanga, Rue, close. Oh no, there is a Rue, haha. Kanga and Rue. Eeyore, Winnie the Pooh, Lumpy, Piglet, Tigger, Rabbit, Rue. So the only one I didn't know was Lumpy. Who's Lumpy? Is Lumpy the rabbit? Who's Lumpy? Oh no, Lumpy must be this queen. This little one here, a mouse, maybe. I'm gonna upset any Winnie the Pooh lovers out there, and I'm so sorry. The one memory I have of Winnie the Pooh, other than playing a section of the game in, I believe it's Kingdom Hearts, you do Winnie the Pooh's world, and that's really, really cute. But I always loved Eeyore, and my best friend growing up loved Piglet and had this plushie of Piglet that she took literally everywhere. So I have very fond memories of Winnie the Pooh, and I'm really excited to go through and make all of these characters. As you can see in the pattern, they used worsted weight yarn and like a 2.25mm hook, but we won't be doing that. Of course, we will be using our trusty chenille yarn, so I'm excited to see how big these guys end up. And even though the plushies aren't for the child itself, I believe they're going to be sat in the nursery just as decor. We will still be embroidering the eyes and everything just in case. And I think we just hop on into it. Rue. Kanga, Rue. Oh. It took me way too long to put that together. Cut the cameras, cut the cameras. I actually got this custom order so long ago, but they don't need it till June when the baby is due. So I am getting this ready for when I head back to Newcastle at the end of May, and then I'll be handing it to them there. It is currently like the 2nd of May, so I'm giving myself a few weeks to work on this just because there are 8 plushies, and also with little man now being in our lives, I'm obviously spending a lot of time training and taking care of him, so I can't smash out plushies as quickly as I used to. Smash out plushies sounds wild. Make plushies like I used to. I think we just crack on with the king himself, Winnie the Pooh. I think we should start with him first because, you know, he is main character. Obviously, I can't even say like main character vibes. He is the main character. If anybody wants to know, I will be using a 5mm hook, and I will be using Honey Bunny or Baby Snuggle Chenille by Hobie, maybe Premier Parfait Chunky, that sort of realm. for whatever colors I need. For Pooh Bear, I am thinking of doing these two colors. The yellow I wish was like a smidge more golden. Pooh Bear is like not mustard, but he is like slightly golden, not a true bright yellow, but I don't have one, or at least in the same thickness, and I don't want plushies to end up way bigger than one another, so we will be using these two colors. Let's crack on and let's make a little Pooh Bear. Woo, Winnie the Pooh, woo, do 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 do. I don't know any of the words.
Joanne is not dead yet, so it's a possibility. Now, as far as our scraps go, my desk is still...
Hay fever is kicking my butt, but we have all of the pieces. We have Pooh's head. We have Pooh's little body with his shirt. We have his little arms. And this is where it gets confusing because there's literally one stitch difference, but I believe these are his little feet. And then these are his ears, I believe. I squished these down so that they would look like ears. And then this is the little nose or mouthpiece that goes on the front of his face. So all we have to do is sew it all together and then embroider eyes, which I think I have never really embroidered eyes unless they were sleeping eyes. So fingers crossed that it will look good. So wish me luck. I don't think this white light is doing anything for me except for like casting a very big reflection in my glasses, but we finished our little Pooh Bear. How cute is it? Obviously not finished. I clearly need to embroider on the eyes and the nose details, but I thought, since I haven't really embroidered eyes or much of anything, that it may make more sense to make all of the plushies and then embroider them all at the same time. Just because I will be kind of learning how to embroider eyes the first time I do them, so I feel like it makes more sense for my little pea-sized brain, memory brain to remember how to embroider the eyes if I'm just doing them all at once, if that makes any sense. It is starting to get late. It's only 9:30. It's not late, but you know, my brain's done. However, I still love the silhouette. I think it's so cute. His little like red shirt. Love. I'm going to be making all of the characters just in order of the pattern, so that means our next one is Mr. Tigger. As you can see with Tigger, I literally just need white and orange and then the spots are embroidered on. For the orange and the white, I will be using these guys. I will be using these two. I am going to go ahead and get started on Tigger and see how much I can get crocheted tonight. As I said, it is starting to get late, but even if I just get the head and the body done, I'll be pretty stoked. They do work up reasonably quickly. They aren't like heaps and heaps of rows, so we love. Honestly, the sewing is the longest part because you sew on the ears, the little mouthpiece, the arms and the legs, but crochet wise they aren't too bad. So I'm gonna grab this yarn and we are going to go get started on Tigger.
That fits. Sick. That chili is next. I do have some chilies. What am I missing? Batteries I'm missing. I want to stock up on those first. I have to go see a man about a dog. Bradley! Hey, yo, Bradley!
It is now like 11 p.m, but I got the head all finished. We love. And I got the body finished. So one of these little moments. I love how oversized the head is compared to the body. This head is a little bit bigger than Pooh's head came out, but I think that's just a tension thing. It's like literally the smallest difference, but super stoked to get these two done, and then tomorrow I can continue on, but for now it is way too late, so I am going to go to bed and get little man to bed because he has been snoozing next to me this whole time. So I will see you guys in the morning. Hello. We don't have great news. It has actually been about a week since whenever you guys last saw me. I kind of don't remember, if I am honest. This is now a new thing. Fabulous. It has been a week since you guys have seen me because I think it would have been the video before this one, but I ended up restocking some plushies for the store that I sell in. And so I spent all week prepping for that. And then yesterday I kind of woke up and this finger, the knuckle is completely swollen, it's full of fluid, and I can barely bend it. So yesterday I didn't crochet at all and I tried to rest it, but it really hasn't changed and I am so sad about it. Because at the time of filming this, I head back to Newcastle in like 9 days. So I have 9 days to make 6 plushies and I don't know how that's going to happen with this going on. But I wanted to update you guys with where I am at because I can't remember when I last spoke to you, and I know I have finished some things and didn't show you, but we did finish little Tigger's body. How cute is he? One thing is that he actually doesn't come with a tail, so I don't know if I should add that, but I feel like Tigger has a pretty known, like really long tail, but then he's going to be different from the rest. So I don't know. I guess I'll just leave it. But yes, he's looking so cute. I am really enjoying these patterns. There is just a lot of pieces to sew, if I am honest. So it does take quite a bit more time than I thought it would. So having only 9 days to get the rest done, the other 6 is giving me so much anxiety. But I did get started on the next character, which is actually Rue, which is the small kangaroo. And this is where I have gotten to. I have made the head and the body, which is the biggest part. So that's a plus, and I can sew it together. While I have this injury, I guess, is something that I can do. But yeah, he's kind of on standby at the moment. I just don't know what to do with myself. I am so stressed about it, if I'm honest. But another positive was that I actually got an order for items that I already made for my markets the other week. And this person ordered one of my silly geese, which I'm so excited about. They bought the ferret, which again, so stoked about. I love this little guy and I'm so glad that he's going to have a home. They bought a mystery box, which we love. And then they did ask me to make this for their friend, and that is a little duck. They had asked me if I had made a duck or if I could make a duck, and I did actually have these ducks at one of my previous markets. It is a pattern by Crochet Me Zaddy. It is part of the Itty Bitty Birds bundle. And yeah, I sent them a photo and they were like, yes, please. So I made this one as well to go with all of the others. That's super exciting. And I think they are picking it up sometime this afternoon. So thank you so much, Jade, for ordering all these little goodies. I honestly don't know when I'm going to check in next with you guys. I am still working on getting my new website up and running. So whilst I'm resting this, that is pretty well what I'm going to work on. So I'm going to go do that now, and hopefully it's not too long before I see you guys again. Oh my gosh, I look like a wreck at the moment and someone is playing on the lounge. Hey, what are you doing? So I've been a little naughty. It has actually been a couple of days now since I last talked to you guys, and I can't handle it anymore. I am literally so stressed that I'm not going to be able to get this custom order done. And honestly, I can't not get it done. So moving forward, do not do what I'm doing, but I have been crocheting today, even though I really shouldn't be with how my tendonitis is flaring up. But honestly, I was in tears a lot of yesterday because I just really wanted to get this order done. I can't not. Honestly, it's for someone who is about to be a mother for the first time, and I just really want to make this as special as possible. So I have been crocheting today and I got Rue done. And how cute is it? I'm honestly kind of loving how like the little silhouettes are turning out without the eyes. I don't know, it's sort of like not exactly who they are, but you know who they are, if that makes any sense. I think it looks pretty cool. I am still planning to do everybody's eyes at the same time. Maybe if I desperately need a break from crocheting at some point, I will just start doing eyes then. But for now, Rue is all finished until we put their eyes on. Which then brings us to the next character, although I don't think I showed you what Rue looked like on the pattern, so I'll quickly show you. This is Rue, so I also still need to make the little nose, which is the same with Tigger. He has a little nose that you make and then sew on. I don't know why I'm not doing it now. I think because I'm not really sure what yarn to do it in, because this is in worsted weight and they have sized down for those sort of details. So I'm not really sure. I think I'm just going to try and embroider on noses when I do the eyes. That's my plan so far. It's something that I will figure out when the time comes. But that brings us to our next character, which is Rabbit. How cute. And color wise, I am going to be using this really pastel yellow and this pastel pink. I'm so sorry. The sun is like about to start setting. It is 4:30 at the moment, but I thought these colors sort of matched perfectly. And that is what I'm going to be working on next. With having Rue finished, that brings our total to 3 out of 8 plushies. Although I am crocheting with an injury, which is very naughty, don't do what I'm doing. I am still trying to take care of myself. I am still taking breaks very often and icing and stretching and changing this out. I have been spraying magnesium on a tissue and then wrapping it up. So that is the plan at the moment. It is also Monday. Don't think I said that. And I head to Newcastle next Wednesday. What are you doing other than being a naughty little man? Did you say hello? Did you say hello? Oh, you say hello. Hello, people. Hi. You're just the naughtiest little me. You're the naughtiest little me. Anyways, that is what I'm going to start working on now. So I shall hopefully see you guys with a completed rabbit soon. Good morning. It is currently like 10 a.m. We all actually had a sleep in this morning, and it is also Tuesday, if I didn't say it was Monday yesterday, but I made some progress on Rabbit. We have the head that's very clearly not stuffed, so I just need to stuff the head, but that one's all done. We have 2 little arms, 2 little feet, and then late last night, the last thing I made were the little ears. With the ears, they had it for Rue as well, that you made the outside of the ears and then you made the insides and sewed them together. But after making Rue's, I decided with Rabbits just to make the insides first and then make one of the outside ears and then crochet, like single crochet them together, because I thought that that would be way easier than sewing them together later. And I will be doing that technique if I have ears like this for any other plushies moving forward. I believe that means that the only things I need to make now are the body and the little white muzzle. That's all that I have to work on at the moment, and then just sew it all together, of course. So let's go do that. Please ignore his squeaking, but oh, I know. Oh, that's a lot of squeaking, isn't it? That's a lot of squeaking. But we finished Rabbit. How cute is he? Forest. I absolutely love the way that the colors came out. I think they're so, so cute. I honestly can't wait to see all of these guys with eyes, because I feel like they will look so much cuter and make a lot more sense. But that is our 4th character done. Up next, we have Miss Piglet. Miss Piglet, which is super, super cute. I'm actually really excited to make Piglet. Now, when it comes to the pink for Piglet, I literally only have 2 different shades of pink, and I don't have one that's like in the middle. I either have this hot pink or the light pink that we've been using for the middles of ears, I think is the only thing I've used them for. And I genuinely don't know which one I should do. I'm scared that this is going to stand out like way too much and kind of ruin the vibe. But then the pink is definitely just different to all the other pinks, and the face and the arms and everything is going to be made out of a cream color. So I think this won't stand out as much. However, for the grey, I am thinking of using this shade of grey. They do use a darker shade though, so It's either this or this. I kind of really like this, but I want it to stand out so much more because if you look at the photo, it's definitely more on the darker pink side. Maybe I do this pink and then just cream for the body. So let's go make Piglet.
We've put everything out now that we can. You two go down now for 2 hours. Yep.
Okay.
What's the platform? Pictures and yaks.
I don't understand why he's asking for date stuff when we're on charter.
Okay. I just don't know how he could not follow this simple.
3, 2, 1. Shut the doors!
Good morning and happy Wednesday. Good morning. It is so dark and so dreary today, but it is currently 7:40 and we are up. We are ready to take on this day. We got Piglet done and I am obsessed. I was very, very close to making him in the hot pink color that I had, but I was just thinking and I was like, you know, most of this is going to be pastels and like muted colors. So I don't know, I was just really nervous that the hot pink was going to be like, eh. So ultimately I ended up going with the lighter pink and I am obsessed. How cute is he? I honestly don't know the genders of any of these characters, so I am so sorry if I am getting this wrong, but how cute is Piglet? I love the colors that I ended up going with. I think they go together so well. I'm usually pretty good with putting colors together and figuring out if I'm going to like how they look together. But with Piglet, man, they had me questioning the whole time, like, is the gray gonna go with the pink and is the cream gonna go with everything? But I'm ultimately so happy with how they turned out. I think they are just so cute. That brings us to our next character out of Winnie the Pooh, and that is going to be, it is Lumpy. Miss Lumpy is a character that I'm pretty sure I never knew existed. It's definitely one of the ones that I was like, there's 8 characters, and then saw this one and I was like, when? Like, I think I literally remember every single other character. Justice for Lumpy, I guess. Sorry babe. But that is who we are working on next, and I'm going to be using this pastel. I am so sorry for this lighting. It is horrible. It's been rainy and it's gloomy and it's so dark at this time, but we're going to be using this more like pastel purple. And I'm super excited. Update, as you can see, my wrist was hurting a little bit yesterday, so I thought that I would sleep in this and I would wear this pretty well all the time just as extra stability. And my fingers aren't too bad. As you can see, I don't know if I showed you what they actually look like, but as you can see, I've got this red mark on my knuckle and that's pretty well where the swelling is. And now I'm starting to get one on the inside of my finger. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. It honestly hasn't really changed much at all since it first blew up. And that sounds bad, but with how bad they got last year, I'm stoked with that because last year I couldn't bend any of my fingers. Like, they were all red and they were all swollen, so I'll take it. We literally have Lumpy, Eeyore and Kanga to make. Like, we have 3 left and we are so close that I'm like, please just hold out, please I just need to get this done and then I'll give you a break. But we are going well, and yeah, the plan for today is to obviously work on Lumpy, but I need to entertain this little man for another hour or so, and then I need to go get groceries. We love adulting. My goal for today is to have Lumpy done. If I have Lumpy done, honestly, if I get one of each character done over the next 3 days, I will be so happy. I also need to edit this week's vlog, which should be going up on Friday night. It's currently Wednesday, but there's such a big part of me that just wants to literally just crochet to get these done, but I can get a video edited, that's fine. That is a plan. So I shall see you guys whenever we are working on Lumpy. Here we are back with the tree lighting and little man, of course. It is now like 4:30. I don't know where the day has gone, but I literally just edited all day and then I had to fix a couple things up because at the time of filming this, I am doing a pattern test for the Kanga that I made. I've just been working on that non-stop, but I can't remember if I showed you. I did get little Lumpy's head done last night. So at least that's something because I literally haven't worked on anything crochet today. My partner and I have kind of last minute decided to go to a basketball game tonight. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to crochet much at all. I am considering taking my crochet to the basketball, which I might end up doing because I need these little characters done. Although with the editing done, it does take a lot off my plate. As I said, it is the Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday today. So I still have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I would like to get them done by Saturday, so we still have plenty of time if I don't crochet heaps today. I don't know when you'll next see me. Either we will be crocheting tonight or we will be catching up in the morning. Good morning. It is currently 11:30 in the morning and we spent the morning going to the vet, didn't we? Because Mr. Forrest got his final vaccinations. Yay! He was also twice the size as he was last month when he went. Excuse me. He's growing way too quickly. So that's what we've been doing this morning, and then he just had a nap. So I crocheted a bit, but I also did crochet a bit last night after the game, and I ended up getting all the pieces done. So we have the body, we have the ears, we also have the little trunk, we have the legs, and finally we have the arms. Oh wow, you can really see what they look like. The arms. I'm pretty sure I showed you the head earlier, that's out there. So we have all of the pieces to sew together now, which will make our 6th plushie, which I'm super excited to get done. Today is Thursday, so we're doing really well. That is what I'm going to go do now. I'm going to go play with Forrest for a couple of hours and then sew all of Lumpy together, and then we get to move on to the second last character.
You got a night out tonight? Yeah, that helmet looks really...
Hello, it is quite a bit later. It is almost 5:30 now. It has been a bit of a hectic day. As I said, Forrest went and got his last vaccinations this morning, and then he suddenly got a very puffy face and started to swell. So I had to take him back, and he got an antihistamine, and it just seems like he had an allergic reaction to the vaccine. So it's been a bit stressful. He had a very big nap and now he seems 100% again, so that's very good, but that's why I haven't really updated through the day. However, we did get Miss Lumpy. Lumpy? Is it Lumpy? I'm pretty sure it's Lumpy. But we got them done. How cute is it? I love these colors and I love the little trunk. It's so adorable. I'm literally so excited to see all of these guys with their eyes and their eyebrows and all their final little details. I think they're gonna look so cute, and I literally cannot wait to see them all together. I honestly have been thinking about how I'm going to get them all in the same photo because there's 8 of them. We will see, and we will cross that bridge when we get there, but this is plushie number 6 all done. And you would have seen in the previous clips, but that brought us to our 7th character, and that is my favorite, which is Eeyore. Eeyore has always been my favorite, honestly, mood. So I started him and I got the body and the head finished. And I got the 2 legs and the arms done. I am now just working on his very long ears, but for now, since it's getting late, I'm going to go have a shower, cook dinner, all that fun stuff, and just obviously spend time with Boris and make sure he's okay. That is the plan for now, so I shall see you guys tomorrow morning. Have you come to say, hello, I'm all okay now, no more swollen face. Yay! Huh? Back to my normal piranha little self. Good morning, you guys. It is just before 8 o'clock, and as you can see, little man is all good. He's now back to his normal self, thank goodness. Also, please ignore the spot that I clearly couldn't leave alone this morning. Yeah, ignore that. Let's pretend it's not there. But I am so excited to show you what I got done last night because Eeyore is my favorite and he has turned out so cute. Obviously, again, he looks a bit funny without the eyes and the extra details, especially Eeyore seems to have a lot of facial details. He will look even better, hopefully, when I've added all of those details, but let me show you. Firstly, with Lumpy, I totally forgot to say, but he does have hair and it was done in a dark purple yarn. And when I went and looked at my yarn, somehow, out of all the colors I had no dark purple, but then it sort of sparked in my mind that when I went through all of my yarn scraps, I did have a really odd amount of dark purple yarn that I left in there. I went and found it, thank goodness, and now he has his little hair, his little fringe. And I think it just really does add to him, especially the contrast in color, I think is just so, so nice. So happy with that because I was so stressed about not having any dark purple yarn. Are you ready for Eeyore? Oh my god! Oh my gosh, I am literally so obsessed with him. Look at his little black fringe, his little mouth. I seriously cannot handle how cute he is and how pretty is this blue with this purple. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I may have to make one for myself and I'm not like that into Winnie the Pooh, that's the name, clearly. But he's seriously to die for. So he's all done and that's our 7th plushie. So that means we only have 1 to go and I am so excited about it. I'm honestly just the most excited to see them all completely finished and all next to each other. All of them are different colors, so it just looks like this really pretty pastel rainbow and I'm here for it. But that brings us to our final plushie and that is Miss Kanga, which, if you can see, Kanga has a few extra pieces. I don't know if it's just how the photo looks, but she does look taller, but that could also just be her thighs. So the body is the same size roughly, but it doesn't increase as much. So she's a slim girly. We have the head, the body, the arms, the legs, the feet, the ears, the inner parts of the ears, the bag, which is the pouch, the mouth, the tail, a tail. No one's had a tail this entire time and now we've got a tail. I don't see why she has a tail, but literally nobody else does, because I think that Eeyore's tail is pretty iconic. Like, I sort of get it, like it's a kangaroo, and kangaroos obviously have a pretty predominant tail, and maybe they've done it because with the legs and feet she wouldn't stand up, maybe. I don't know, but as you just heard, we have a lot of pieces to make. And also I think I need to find like a tan light brown. It actually might end up the same color as Rue, which kind of makes sense because isn't Rue Kanga's kid? Correct me if I'm wrong. But now though, I have a coffee, of course, and I'm going to go entertain this little fluffy child of mine. And then we shall get started on Kanga. I'm so excited. It is Friday, so I am really hoping to at least get Kanga done today, which I think I could. So hopefully at the very least tomorrow we can embroider all the eyes and the details, and then we will have a completed set of Winnie the Pooh. Oh my god. Winnie the Pooh plushies. So let's get working on our very last plushie.
There was no court order in place, and in exchange, she said that I could have the baby every other weekend if I stay at my parents' house. I've never been arrested.
Guess who we've gotten done? We got Miss Kanga all finished. How cute is she? She's so tall, especially compared to the others. Hold on, size reference. Like this is Kanga and her baby Rue. How cute are they together? Ah! She had many parts to sew on, but I am so happy that she is all finished. Next is to embroider all of the eyes and all of the details, which I have started. I watched a couple of YouTube shorts on how to embroider eyes, and I have had an idea of how to do them before, but I don't know, it's just really hard when the photos of the pattern that you are making is obviously safety eyes, and trying to translate how that's going to look in embroidered eyes is very difficult for me as someone who has never embroidered eyes before, but I'm giving it my best shot, and I have done Pooh Bear's little eyes and his cute little eyebrows. He looks so worried. I do still need to get some white yarn and go around the eyes and give a little dot in the eyes, but I also did Tigger as well. But with Tigger, I need to get some pink yarn to finish this front bit of his nose. Look how cute his little stripes look. So that is how the embroidery is going so far. Fingers crossed it turns out okay, because this is the part that I am most stressed about. I am also just so happy to have all of the plushies finished, and look at how they all kind of look together. You can't really see them all. They're all falling over. Trust me, they look very cute together, and I am so excited to get these guys done. Hopefully my update in the morning will be them all completely finished. Fingers crossed, if all the embroidering goes okay, we should have 8 completely finished Winnie the Pooh characters. Guess who finished all of the plushies? Now, you already saw Pooh with his embroidered little eyebrows and eyes and his nose. I did actually end up altering the eyes, and I ended up adding a little bit of white on the outside with a little white speckle and all this fancy stuff, and even eyelashes. And then I looked at him and I was like, not looking very Pooh-like. So around the board, across the board, across the board, I ended up just doing these very simple black eyes, because that is what he is like even in the animation. So everybody has the same eyes, eyebrows, they just have different details if they changed up anything else. So let's have a look at them all. As I just said, we have Pooh here. Next we have little Piglet. How cute is it? We have Tigger, who needed quite a few details with all of his stripes and all of that goodness. Next we have my favorite, and I am literally so obsessed with how he came out. I low-key want to keep it for myself, but that is Eeyore. How sweet did he turn out? I just love all the little details as well. His little fringe is so cute. I feel like the details definitely rounded him out, and I am just so happy with him. Next we have Lumpy. How cute is he? His little hairs stick up so much, but I love it so much. We have Rabbit, which had the simple little eyes and eyebrows as well, and the little pink nose. We have Rue, which is the same, just eyes and nose and eyebrows, and so will Kanga, but so cute. And speaking of, we have Kanga. I'm so happy with them. And that is all of them all finished. How adorable do they look all together? I can't handle all of the colors are literally so pretty together. I just took photos and I sent them through. I'm just waiting to hear from them to make sure that they're happy with everything and they don't want to change anything, or if they do, then I will try my best. But I'm so excited to be able to give them their little order when I go back to Newcastle, and just knowing that it's for someone's very first nursery is just, it fills my heart so much. With all of these guys all finished, that is where I'm going to leave today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed coming along and making all of these plushies with me. I have no idea how long this video is, but I am proud of you for sticking through if you are still here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day or night wherever you are in this big wide world, and I hope I get to see you in the next video. Bye!